What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about how SoFi has been really suppressed and how there's so much importance that's been placed on analysts, especially covering SoFi. I want to talk about all of that, and not only that though, I want to talk on the big news that came SoFi's way and what that means for us as investors. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe, greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. Live ticker is going at the very bottom, currently up 2.22%, 19.3 million for volume, 46 is the average, and 1.6 million shares being purchased by institutions just today alone. So overall, it's not too bad for being a Friday, but when it comes down to it though, I want to start off tentatively with the good news. So the good news is hypothetically that SoFi is now offering 2% APY, which is a very big deal. Hypothetically, it does cut down on their overall revenue and profits, but it will definitely bring in a huge rush of customers and more products, things like that, because based on the Q2 earnings that came out, they increased a huge number of customers. I believe it was 69% and 79% as far as overall products. I might have those backwards, so let me know in the comments below, but generally speaking, those were very good results that came out of that. So having 2% APY is a very big deal. And technically right now, the feds are starting to talk about the next interest rate hike, so even more beneficial for SoFi in the grand scheme of things. And not only that though, I did technically post this on Twitter, give or take around a week ago. It shows all the ETFs that SoFi is held in. So currently there is 51. Even when I did the post, I believe it was around 48. So there is still a ton of institutions that are constantly adding SoFi to their ETFs. And not only that though, that isn't the best part, because hypothetically, even roughly about 2 months ago, there was only 38 as far as ETFs are holding SoFi. So clearly it's getting more and more traction as time comes, and especially post Q2 earnings with those results and what they've been getting over Q1 and then Q4. Definitely a lot more institutions are going to be looking at this, and this is why on a daily basis I always monitor the dark pool. There's a huge amount of institutions purchasing behind the scenes, which is a huge catalyst. My own 2 cents. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. At the end of the day, this is just for entertainment purposes, and I hope you are entertained by all of this. So clearly a lot of big money always values SoFi and knows that it is a huge deal. And not only that though, when it comes down to the latest round of 13Fs, a lot of institutions are continuously adding. So most recently was JP Morgan and Citibank, but clearly a lot of big money continues to add to SoFi, some of which did reduce their position, obviously to mitigate some risk, because keep in mind Q2 was a little bit more of a bloodbath, which I'm sure a lot of us already technically knew that was the case. But I would just want to quickly pop over to Interactive Brokers and show you one thing. So I'm going to go over the analyst ratings, because I feel that a lot of people are still technically talking about this, even myself included. Post Q2 earnings, how does that make sense that there's only been 2 ratings, one of which was from Mizuho, the other one from Credit Suisse, and it was actually brought up in another video that I did talk on this, and luckily enough someone did let me know in the comments saying that both of those are out of Switzerland, so not necessarily direct competition in North America. So maybe that is why they did give ratings, and why Bank of America or other ones such as Morgan Stanley didn't say anything or haven't given us ratings. So very interesting at the end of the day, but I just want to quickly show you one thing on why I feel that analyst ratings are a little bit more overdone, and why in reality it shouldn't really matter. So I just want to quickly go back to Twitter. So I posted this on Twitter and I said, how effed up is this? Jim Cramer 13 hours ago said that Disney was not a buy, and this was the original post that he did say that ultimately because of the fundamentals and everything like that, that Disney isn't a great buying opportunity. But on Mad Money, he does say that Disney is one of the best buying opportunities that you can have right now. So this is the Mad Money kind of criteria and the highlights from that. So you do see that talks on Disney, Amazon, Microsoft, and AMD, all of which he says that are crazy buying opportunities for Friday. So today, very interesting, and this is why you do not trust analysts. Analysts are snakes because they all technically have their own hidden agendas behind the scenes, which goes back to that point about why a lot of these analysts who are technically direct competition with SoFi who aren't giving us very positive ratings. So it's interesting to see all of that play out. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just how I see things at the end of the day. But given the circumstances of us being very much green today, it's very looking positive for the technicals. So I just want to quickly pop back over here. And so as far as the technicals go, I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So overall momentum number of buyers is definitely going up. Stochastic is starting to have a divergence a little bit, so it was a little bit more of a bearish sentiment leading up to today, and it is starting to twist back. So again, that's a very positive thing. And on the actual chart, still higher percentile of the Bollinger Band as of right now. RSI is at 58. So generally speaking, there is a huge likelihood that we will continue up in the coming weeks. So my own 2 cents on all that. But with all that, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It always helps push out a lot of SoFi content out to the YouTube world and the algorithm and all that fun jazz. Hopefully everyone has an amazing weekend, amazing Friday. And with all that, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.